Good morning, ladies. I have a tip for you. Today I wanted to talk to you about concealer. All I can think about the last couple of days is that Elsa song, Conceal, Don't Feel, Put on a Show. Sorry, can't help it. We have a lot of singers around our house. Of course, we are not using concealer as Elsa did, concealed her hands. We're using it to enhance our natural beauty, to maybe cover up those things that's actually going to give us more confidence in our daily routine. So let's get started. There are many different methods to using concealer, and there's not a manual on it. You can choose what works best for you. However, there are bad ways to use concealer as well. So we're going to avoid those and try to show you some great tips. First of all, I have washed my face, I have primed my face, I have toned my face, and I already have my foundation on and my eyes done, as you can see. A lot of people put on their concealer and then their foundation. Some people put on their foundation and then their concealer. Both ways is fine. However, I would recommend if you're going to do a dramatic eye for the day, maybe a smoky eye or something with a really definite line or dark colors, a lot of times you're going to get fallout down here, whether it's a pigment, a loose shadow, or a pressed powder shadow. So in those cases, I would definitely recommend using your concealer and your foundation after the fact, once you have wiped off or blown off all of that debris from your eyeshadow. Probably not the best term to use, debris, but anyway, sparkles. All right, let's get to it. So for concealer, you can use a color that matches your foundation. Matter of fact, you want to use a color that matches your foundation and your natural skin to cover up any blemishes or redness in your face. Because if you go a shade lighter or 2 shades lighter or just don't match well, it's gonna stand out that much more. And the whole point is, in that case, you wanna conceal it, right? So always go the shade that you are. Now, when it comes to under eyes, covering up that darkness, I have quite a bit, as you can see. I literally don't get enough sleep. When you're covering that up, you can go the same shade, or you can go a shade or 2 lighter, because it can also be used as a highlight to really brighten up under your eyes and into those inside corner of your eyes. So in this case, I am going to be using our Skin Perfecting Mineral Touch Concealer. It comes in a tube like this. This, you basically use the amount of like the head of a pencil. It's that little. Okay, this color is lighter than my natural color, and I always put a little bit on my hand because you're gonna warm it up to your skin temperature and it's gonna help it go on so much smoother. Okay, and I'm actually gonna mix it with the color that I normally would use, called Velour, because I'm gonna go a little lighter, but I don't wanna go too light. And I'm going to mix them on my hand. I am using a Splurge cream shadow brush. It's a really nice soft brush. We have a concealer brush that's great too. Another way you can apply this is with your finger. That works great too. But I'm going to show you with a brush today. So you are going to start by just, it's okay if it's a little on the thick side, dabbing under my eye. If you will notice, I am not doing that traditional, I'm going to follow the line of my eye. I am moving down into a triangle, basically. I'm coming down to the top of my cheekbone and out pretty far, as you can see. Okay? Okay, so the concealer is on. My favorite way to blend my concealer is to use the blending buds. And I know I've done a video on this, so I don't need to go into using it, but this is wet because you want to use it wet. And this is going to just really help it blend out into your skin, into your foundation, whatever you already have on. I also, if you'll notice, I do not take my concealer all the way up to the edge of my eye, because with this, you're going to be able to kind of press it in and up. Okay. It is important that you get this part of your eye, because this tends to be a dark spot for a lot of people. And then of course, for me, I know this spot is really dark. Make sure you get that. And then finally, it's important the way you set it. okay? If you are a mature woman, I'm talking over 50, be really careful with your placement of powders because you're gonna have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles or larger pores, because that happens as we age. You do not wanna get powder just setting in it because it's gonna accent it that much more. So this is a great trick for all of us to learn. When you're I'm using a pressed powder. This is our Mineral Touch in the color Velour. I'm gonna actually apply it with my blending bud because I like to use my blending buds for this. Once again, you're gonna press in under your eyes and just kind of dab to cover up that concealer. A tip for you mature women, only apply powder to the T-zone of your face, because if you apply it on your cheeks, it's gonna take away that warmth, and it's just gonna give you such a matte look. So definitely use it to set that concealer. If you don't get that concealer set well, then you're gonna have creasing and all those little fine lines. So don't wait too long after you've applied your concealer and set it with a pressed powder or a loose powder. Another way that I love to apply my concealer, and this is before I have mascara and my eyes done, I will apply it with my finger or a brush, and then I take this big powder puff brush and do circles. This is a great way to get beautiful, even coverage and a smooth, glowy finish. Okay, this video's gone on long enough. Enjoy this tip and look forward to a treat coming soon.